Hey guys, Griffin here. I hope I sound okay. I'm on my old mic. My new mic seems to be acting up. I apologize for that. But as you can see, I'm on the PTR. I'm having a great time, just dying constantly. But yeah, so progression on the PTR is crazy. We're trying new things. I know this game is 15 years old, but because we're doing the pre-nerf, a lot of the mechanics aren't exactly the same. They're different from private server. So we're kind of guessing our way through different strategies, which is making it way more fun. Progression is my favorite thing on the PTR. It's amped up so much more. And every raid is a unique experience. I think I've done 5 or 6 raids now total, and every boss we've done differently than the last raid. Different strategies are tried, different things you just find out don't work. People make assumptions about, oh, this is gonna happen, and it doesn't, and sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a really bad thing. But I like that. I like that experience of just kind of like trying to solve a puzzle, you know. So if you like that kind of thing too, you might want to check out the PTR. It is kind of brutal. I'll warn you. If you've never played with a European crowd, if you're from like the United States, if you're not used to the European crowd, a lot of people are very harsh. So make sure you know what you're doing, or at least can listen to directions, because it's not even it's not even negative talking. It's just blunt. I don't know how this is very blunt. Which is, I've played with European groups before, so I'm kind of used to it. But it's just funny coming from an American server and playing with Europeans, where they're just like, "Hey man, you suck. You probably shouldn't be playing." Like it sounds like they're being mean, but they're just being very direct with people. It's uncomfortable for an American. But yeah, it's also very amusing. But yeah, the reason I kind of made this video is to talk about Hydross. I wanted to give you guys a quick heads up because I've made a couple resist videos about Hydross, and now that we're in it, I can tell you that with some good news, we aren't going to need that 365 resistance, which is a good thing. So 320 is probably a moderate goal to aim for, fully buffed. If you're a hardcore pumper guild, you could probably get away with less. If you're maybe a guild that struggles with Gruul or Mags, maybe you still want to get that 365 just in case. It's probably not going to be your fault if the group wipes, but you don't want them to blame you either. So this might be a good place to just stick with 365. But if you're an average guild, I think 320 is probably a comfortable place, maybe even 300. As long as everyone follows the mechanics, honestly, it's pretty straightforward. Now, the reason you can drop this resist isn't just because the damage isn't that bad, because they do hit pretty hard. But the reason is because the mechanics of the fight are actually simple enough that the healers pretty much are just spamming the tanks anyway. I'm gonna put up a really quick clip of me tanking one of the. I think I was doing Frost on this one, and as you can see, there are no ads for this because it just starts. But even when there are ads, if you're doing it right, the other tank is taking very little damage because the ads don't actually hit very hard, and the tank that's tanking Hydross is, yes, getting hit kind of hard, but because the healers don't have a ton to do, they don't have a problem spam healing you, which is good because you don't have to wear as much resist gear because of it. I know that sounds kind of weird, but yeah, that's essentially the reason you can get away with less and less resist. I think I got down to 313, and the healer said it was still pretty comfortable to heal, so that's good to know. So as long as everyone can follow the mechanics, the two tanks will be taking the damage, and the healers will be fine doing it. Some other things I want to talk about with Hydross is the invisibility strategy, and I don't know if you've heard this yet. It died pretty quickly in the PTR. If you did try it, essentially, in order to pull Hydross, people said that you'd have to invis in to make sure he doesn't break the beam at the beginning. This is not true. So if you're stacking up on invis pots, you're fine. You don't need this. You can just walk in. Like, I charge in because I'm a bear, but like, I watched a paladin do it, and he just walked in, had no problem keeping Hydross exactly where he was. So don't stress about that. Just walk in or charge in if you want. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail on the mechanics of all these fights because I will be doing a full guide for SSC and TK. I can't wait to tell you about a lot of these bosses, especially Void Reaver, which bear tanks are really going to be shining on that fight. So I can't wait to showcase it for you guys. Now, I put videos out all the time, so feel free to subscribe, and you'll get to see all this cool stuff coming out in Phase 2. And for those of you that have reached out to me either in game or in the comments, I just want you guys to know I really do appreciate it, and don't hesitate to say hello if you do go on the PTR because I'm pretty much on all day. But yeah, take care and see you guys around.